is the hand mortar buns. Well, it kind of is. The hand mortar costs a costly 1,500 francs exclusive to the seaman class. Instead of it being a normal gun, it's a grenade launcher that trades the pellet count of the seaman's other weapons like the blunderbuss, knock gun, and nav pistol for much longer range and explosive damage. While all this sounds good on paper, there are major drawbacks to this firearm that makes it objectively as buns as the rifle. The major change is how the gun actually works. Instead of using the straightforward pellets like usual seaman weapons, this firearm uses grenades which count as projectiles, requiring precise aiming due to the projectile having the tendency to bounce along the surface. Only that, but upon firing this weapon, it has a 5-second countdown for the grenade to cook before it actually fires. This can lead to some very unwanted situations or severely mess up your shots.
Plug.
On the flip side, these grenades can be fired anytime during the cooking phase, however it won't detonate until the countdown is over. If the grenade directly hits a shambler or a zapper, the grenade sticks onto the zombie and temporarily stunning it.
Plug.
This mechanic can work in your favor if you're aiming to plant the bomb in the middle of the horde. While you can stick the grenade to runners, this will probably never happen, and it's 20x safer to use your melee rather than the grenade. Why would you even shoot a runner in the first place unless it's a viral? The same logic goes for igniters. Well, obviously, you can wait for the grenade to cook for seconds, then shoot it at the igniter. 98% of the time it already threw its lantern, so why even bother wasting 12 seconds on a reskinned shambler? Grenade can kill bombers fairly easily, but why even use the hand mortar for bomber popping when the blunderbuss, a literal free weapon, does it 10x better and easier? The grenade doesn't stick to cuirassiers, but if you manage to push it near the grenade, will most likely just die. For actual matches, I honestly have no reason to use the hand mortar over something like the blunderbuss. There's so much gimmicks to this weapon just for the blunderbuss to match the same result, if not better, with much less stress and difficulty. But I can't deny how fun it is to use this weapon, especially on endless maps like Tyrolean Village. My opinions on the hand mortar, it's more of a fun weapon rather than a serious weapon. Unless you're an intellectual genius at estimating results, then don't use the hand mortar seriously and just stick to the blunderbuss. The hand mortar is an absolute dopamine machine to use once you learn how it works. Using the weapon to land trick shots or detonating a large group of shamblers is what makes this weapon special and fun. I'd personally rate this weapon a 6 out of 10, just outclassed by literally every other seaman weapon, but the weapon is crazy fun to use. What are your thoughts on the hand mortar?